been a little while. But I'm gonna go ahead and open this up with a. We're at the Reseller rally, so we're gonna be here the next couple of days and take a little video. We just arrived in Chicago. We were out for. Actually, we drove straight here. It's the first time driving the truck. It looks like it got around 17 miles to the gallon, which is not bad. It's the first time driving it for like about 5-ish hours. Not really straight though, but it was a pretty long drive. First long drive, I guess. So I didn't do too bad. But we're gonna go ahead and stay at the hotel here for I don't know 2 days till Sunday morning. And I don't really know what we're gonna do right here. We might do a little RA something beforehand. But tomorrow's the rally. Tonight they're just some like get together and stuff hanging out. But I guess we'll go in there, and he's getting in there and getting our room right now. So I guess we'll go in there and check it out and do a little tour of that. All right, so we made it in the hotel rooms. The ND filter gonna be a little bit dark. But it's a little too it's all the way up in the 8.4. It's like 831. That's all right. We booked like 2 nights, so you still got the like introductory rate of like $89 a night instead of paying like 140. But missed out on the street view. Just got the roof view. Maybe we get the lake view. See that? Or maybe it's a river now. Am I looking for a copy of Modern Warfare 3 for 15 bucks? As you can see, they got that many all the way back there, and I guess that's it. But it's like a crap ton. We decided not to go into the lobby. There's a bunch of people down there in the lobby, and I'm not really a people person. Plus, we're gonna be hanging out with them for 5 or so hours tomorrow. So do a little already. This is right around the corner from the hotel. We'll see if any of the other attendees stopped here. I think it's more of like an eBay reseller type deal, but see if anybody left some toys over here for us. We currently found a clearance aisle, but as you can see, 50% off. But we haven't really found anything. We only found one thing of some walkie-talkies that were on clearance. We only found one of them also. Found some good clearance. I've heard of Walmart, first Walmart around the corner from that one. But check, I mean, it has 2 big aisles of clearance, and there's a bunch of random. There's like a Wolverine. I've never seen those Leapster games. Probably not worth anything. No, 17 bucks. And then the other clearance aisle, which is packed, but prices are just low. Remember when we were buying these guys here? Actually, we've been selling these pretty decent on eBay for picking up a bunch of them up for $7 though. So 35 is way too high. And these two, you remember from our video. We ended up getting for like 11 a piece or something, like during quarter 4, after quarter 4, when that was a little bit before. But yeah, I guess when you see the prices were high over here, I guess that's what we meant by high. Found a box of something good. We're gonna open up, see if it's good in there. Hopefully the exclusive one's in there. I probably ain't gonna show you what it is, but first time I've ever seen one of these in an open box, or an unopened box that we're gonna open. So let's hope for some gold. And it was a no-go, huh?
Let's scan it again.
We'll scan it again, see if the non-good exclusive one's there, but struck out. They got 3 boxes, but there's been a release like 3 times. They've had 2 different exclusives throughout the last year, so there's a chance that could have been either the first one or the most recent one, and then there was a middle run there with no exclusives, and just so happens that the 3 boxes they have in there is the run without the exclusive. But that's all right. We still found something though. So we found at least one thing at Target, and then we found one thing at Walmart. So guess they didn't snatch up everything. Although walking up on electronics, looks like we got some clearance. So we turned the corner, and they got even more clearance stuff. Look at those memory cards. 32 bucks is gonna be way too high, but we did find a cart full of Woodies. If you know what that is, you found a Woody at Walmart, but we found like 12 of them. But all these games, and as you can see, you know, I said it in the card over there, but it was the original Xbox game. Xbox Live required, but it's like Xbox Live, original Xbox. I don't even think that works anymore. But you still make like, I don't know what it was, like $5 on it or $9 on it, like 20,000 video games, pretty high rank. We're still gonna buy it because we're not scared. It wasn't too much, but I ended up going through all those games. Ended up getting a somewhat of a cart full, so made the trip worth it, and probably made there's probably $200-300 in there. So pretty good stuff, I'd say. We finally got checked out. It started out being like the cashier was going to be one of the good ones where it goes fast and doesn't ask too many questions, but as of course a lot of those games were $5, so she had to stop and say, well, I'm going slow to make sure they ring up 5, but it was kind of obvious she was kind of curious why they're ringing up 5 when we had so many. And the Toy Story things, we had like 13 of them, so I think she charged us for an extra game, but that's all right. I mean, she hit a couple buttons and like went and re-scanned it. It was only $5 for those extras. There's plenty of profit there to make up for it. But of course, she asked what we're doing with them, and we're like, oh, so she was selling online. We said, yeah. She said eBay. She's like, no, I'm selling on Amazon. She had a few questions, but I guess we ended up getting out scot-free. Thought I had a steal here, $30, and there's a bunch. There's 2. There's one there. It's like 50 cents, but then you look at it and it's for some kind of rubber thing, so not a home run, but almost. So we was gonna buy this one. It's actually a pretty good one. We bought one of the other Walmart, but we were gonna check out, picked it up, realized it's missing the do one last Target before you head back up to the hotel. And I had 2 jewel cases, not bad, $5, like 12 after fees. But you see this guy, it's like Settlers Catan, Cities Online, it's like 15 bucks. You're like, oh, maybe I'll scan it, because I think it's an older version. It's like the 5th expansion or whatever. So we scan it, then we try to scan it, and it has an FBA sticker on it. So apparently somebody set that one in and got it returned back and thought they should return it back to Target. Or they just made a bad purchase and thought, hey, Target takes stuff without receipts, so we'll go ahead and return it. Stealing it, don't worry. Alright, I don't know if we got that on. One of the alarms going off, but we did end up getting all 3 phones, although we did have to watch out for this van guy. Here took it over once. We did end up getting all 3 phones, but he had to get them to the self-checkout. It was the first time that's happened. I went up and asked them, I said, is customer service open, or can we check out here for these phones? Usually Walmart has this at the self-checkouts, do it at the counter, but no, he said, nope, we'll go ahead and try it once you get a lane. Then he tried it and it didn't work at the cash register, so then he had to go do it to his cash register. Then he had to like send it over to one of the self-checkouts, so he ended up getting cut in line. And but it ended up all working out, I guess. We got everything, and we got the sales and everything going, what we did get, so pretty good for the last stop.
So we're up finally, and made it to the lobby, and I don't think I video anything around here, but you see there's a Starbucks, and the lobby's not setting out too bad, but we're gonna go ahead and try to get some coffee or something to drink real fast, and we'll be heading that way. All right, so we got our badges, had a nice little lovely conversation with a couple of people sitting outside, and as you can see, it's definitely very packed. I don't know when it starts up, excuse me, sorry. Probably didn't get one, that's all right. Standing room only is good for us. All right, so we're taking a little 10-minute break. It's getting pretty warm in there. These are big guys like us, but it's been all right, I guess, a little bit. I had a little 10-minute conversation. A couple people went up and spoke, or they have 10 minutes, half an hour, and ended up ripping his pants, so he had to go take a little break, but that's all right. And so just be speaking every half hour, be another speaker, and then I'll be done. Then I'll break for lunch. So Cole State and Craigslist Hunter went up there and did a little spiel. And they're doing a thing where every time you get sell something on eBay, you get a free T-shirt. And it is kind of interrupting a little bit when everyone's like, hey, I sold something. I mean, it's kind of fun, but I hope I have enough T-shirts, because it's going to probably be a lot of those things going on. So this ended up, it was just a Q&A for the rest of the time, and I'll everyone's gonna take a break and go meet up. There we go, some light now. Go meet up at the bar area. So that's now where it really starts. So they're gonna have some more staff and stuff to accommodate everybody and all that. But we're not. I mean, that's kind of what this event was about, was for like networking and stuff. But that's all right. It was still fun. Got some info out of it and exchanged a few business cards and whatnot with some other people. But at least me personally, I'm not too keen on the whole, social situations anyway. So we're gonna try to hit up Top Golf, but it is, it's 3 o'clock their time, but it's 4 o'clock our time, and since tomorrow's Father's Day, even though we have the room till tomorrow, so we did want to stay here. I think we might just end up doing some shopping on the way back towards the house, or still around here, do shopping, then just head home, just to have a little more sourcing. But I guess we'll see how many more stores we stop at, see if we can find something else before we call an end to this little trip. All right, here's an unfamiliar face in Chicago. Goodwill. I thought this was the same one that we went by yesterday when we were searching before we went to the hotel, but they were closed, but I guess not. So I found this 3D Star Wars puzzle. When we seen it, it was like, man, this could be some good money, because I seen it was sealed, because usually these 3D puzzles are worth quite a bit, especially when they're sealed and it's Star Wars. And then I seen the price and I was like, holy cow, 50 bucks. And the 50 is because it was on the shelf too. It wasn't like in a case or nothing. It's like 50 bucks on a shelf, but it's ranked like 700,000. It's like an $80 buy box, so I wanted to buy it. But however, find 20 questions. We used to sell those a lot. I think we found some in clearance Walmart too. As you can see for that one, like 36 bucks after fees, and it works. Also, the batteries aren't. And of course, we always still got the bread and butter of these. All right, so we did end up buying the 20 question stuff. You see, that's like 30. We spent 23 total. Camera's gonna easily be like 28, 29 shipped, and a blank VHS tape. But
This guy here, $4 for the Sony VCRs, and then that guy on Amazon is easy money. As you can see, 9,000 ranked with 133 reviews, but the used $167. Need a remote. I didn't look up the remote. We never really come across a remote that's too expensive. The most expensive one we've ever come across is like 25. Usually they're only like 10, 15 bucks. So that's going to be an easy good one. And one of these D-Link things. We've sold one of these before. Pretty sure we sold it. I remember buying it. That's why I seen it. I was like, oh, that's pretty good money. It sucks when you don't have the power cords, because those usually go for, you know, 20 bucks or whatever. But just that by itself is easily going to go for, I believe we had there's an example right there. Like this guy here, just for the cage, he got 35 plus shipping, so $11 shipping. That's bidded actually. He had 13 bids, so that's going to be easily 30-40 bucks there. So we're at Walmart, one of our last stops coming up here, and we got some clearance Legos here. We're going to buy them, but the good surprise that we already actually purchased is these guys. As you may know about that game, it's usually it's pretty high because it's the last NCAA game for the modern systems, and they did have a $20 tag below it, but it wasn't the right game. It was payday 2, so we got to see how much the price was. And here's after fees. You can see it's ranked 1,900, and it's $33 after fees, which is pretty good for a video game. And we didn't pay 20 bucks a piece. Even if it was 20, I mean, you make 13, it's like 1,900. We actually only paid $5 a piece. You can see it was 20 for all 4 of those. So we'll get our Legos, and we hit the home run with the NCAA. First time we found that game new and sealed at Walmart. Specifically $5. Alright, so as you can see, we're finally leaving Chicago. At least half of the skyline. Well, I guess the other half's like back there as you hear the GPS, but it was fun. Nice little shindig, sit down, learn a few things. As you can see, our little sourcing before and after, so I didn't film too much inside the event, but it was fun. And if they make it 2018, I'm sure we'll go to that too. But thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned to the next one.